again, that's something I will gripe on the game, is that in that moment, they were infinitely spawning. Either that, or they were just spawning for a very long time. Another thing I'll say about the game is the turret in this one blows chunks compared to the other one. Like, yes, I get it upgrades a lot more, and it does a lot more damage. But it's like, it's the enemy detection is it's such shit. Like, an enemy that's like a foot away will not register to it, but then one that's like a mile away, it will. So, either they just didn't like port it over properly, or they just got lazy and said, oh, fuck it, yeah, that's just how it is now. I don't know, obviously, like, no game is perfect, and that's an empty, meaningless statement, because, like, if no game is perfect, then why remark upon the fact that no game is perfect? But my point is, like, The Last of Us, not perfect. Tools of Destruction, not perfect. Assassin's Creed 4, not perfect, but they are still my favorite games, and in my eyes, they are perfect. I wouldn't change... No, that's not true. I was about to say I wouldn't change a single thing, but no, there are definitely some things in The Last of Us I would change. Like, hey, Ellie, I know you have that knife that doesn't break, and is basically a shiv. Just you don't have to use the resources to make it, and it never breaks. Could you hand me that? Or, hey, Joel, how about you fucking find one? Like, it just makes it seem like they didn't think it through, you know? Which is always annoying for a game, because it's like... That's not something you can fix, because it's already been in the game, the whole thing. It's like they got to the end. All I can imagine is that they got to the end of the game, or close to the end, and it's like, oh, gee, Ellie, she's on her own with a certain character. And, like, she's on her own. We need to... Like, she needs some weapon, like, oh, should we make her make shivs? No, she's a little girl, like, why would she make shivs? Like, wouldn't she just have, like, a little pocket knife? Oh, sure. And then did they decided to not think about it? Like, oh, why doesn't Joel just do that? Which, again, if we're gonna go complain about game mechanics, there's so many other little things you could critique. So you can't... I don't know, can you talk about one and not talk about others? Like, the fact that some, enemies are shooting at you with bullets. Like, they have guns. But you can't loot their bodies, they don't have any bullets on them. So it's like, well, what the fuck? Did they run out of all their bullets? I doubt that. Because they only shot, like... What if they didn't even get a shot off, but they have a gun in their hand? So then do they just not have... Let me just take a drink of my drink to calm down here. Like, do they just not have any bullets in their guns? Like, is fucking Alexander Hamilton leading them? Take the bullets out your guns, take the bullets out your guns. We move undercover and we move as one. Like, okay, so these fuckers have no Did no enemies spawn in? Really? Sweet. Well, I'm out. Like, if enemies aren't going to spawn in, then I will tell you what I will do. And what I will do is just run the fuck past them. Like, if you're keeping up with Argonauts, which you're not, you'll know there's one part back on Yolkus where there's an enemy, or there's a group of enemies, and there's like an area you can go to the left, and I was like, alright, you guys go deal with these enemies while I just run past and, like, heal up a little bit, or whatever it was. And it turns out that's, like, the way you're supposed to go. So you didn't even need to fight those enemies. So it's like, well, why the fuck were they there? Other than, oh shit, come on. I can't fight that, there we go. Oh lord. And then also the fact that you can only have a certain number of turrets out at any one time. I don't know if that's, like, how the game is, or if the game's just being glitchy. But that's a stupid rule, because, I mean, you wouldn't say that for, like, any of the other weapons, like, oh, this thing, well, there is a limit on this. Like, it shoots slow as shit. So, I don't know, it's kind of a pointless thing to complain about, but again, it's my playthrough, I'll complain about whatever the fuck I want. And I'll tell you what, if you don't like what I'm talking about, you don't have to watch. Alright.
What's going on here? What do you think you're doing?
Really? That's like me aiming in Turok.
There is one thing you should know by now.
Oh, is this the end?
Do not mess with Agent
Do not
Clank.
mess with Agent Clank. Oh.
Incoming
That's gonna cost billions and
Nice shooting, Clank.
whatever
There's no telling
currency
how
they
many
use.
lives you just saved.
But did they really use bolts? Like, how the fuck do you carry those around?
I'll just finish
And also,
the
could I just go to
building
like a
this.
Lowe's or a
Nefarious
Home Depot
secretly
and
constructed a second
just load up and
bio-obliterator.
get rich?
A new model, even more
Oh,
dangerous
for fuck's
than
sake,
the
another
you just
one.
destroyed.
Where is it?
Nefarious has a
Right
master
behind
control
you.
center on planet Mylon. We believe the last bio-obliterator is
How do we know that he has a
there,
master
guarded by
control
an
thing?
entire robot army.
Then we'd better get moving.
Be careful, guys. This time, they know you're coming.
Alright. Yeah, so I've talked about some pretty morbid topics. I want to know what's over there. Like, why the fuck is... Okay. There's... Alright, that is... No, that's death. Okay, is that just... There's no, like, wall up or anything. It just leads off, so it leads me to believe that you can go over there. And it looks like there's some stuff you can do over there. Like, that just looks like a part of the map. But clearly it's not, so... That's just sloppy game design, in my opinion. Compared to everything else that we've been presented with in this game. That says, like, everything's, like, walled off, so you can't see it, so you don't believe you can go over there. It's little things I'm nitpicking here. I'm straight up nitpicking. But, you know what? That's what I do. I think this game is great, and I love it, but... Again... Nothing's perfect. Like, Aliens is, if you pressed me for an answer, and you asked me what my favorite movie of all time was, I would just say, Aliens. Because it's definitely in my top 10. I don't know if it's my favorite. I would need to sit down for about 12 hours and actually list all my favorite movies, and then from there I can make a decision. But if you just press me, my favorite movie is Aliens. Now, it's not perfect, and every time I watch it, and I've watched it so many times, there's so many things, like, that I just question. Like, just for example, when they're trying to work out, where, like, all the aliens, like, alright, so, what's the quote? I want to get it right. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, I thought that was one big guy. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's these ones. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. I'm restarting that, because... anytime I take a hit, I might as well just restart. There's no point to me continuing playing. Alright, how far will this go? Not far enough, oh god. Yeah, anytime I take a hit, I really might as well just restart, because there's no way I'm gonna survive. Oh, for fuck's sake, Ratchet, come on. Like, there's no way I'm gonna win if I'm down to that little health. But no, it was right after the attack, like, they get back, and they're trying to figure out how many aliens there are. And they're like, one for each colonist, that's over 100. I think there were like 150-something people on Hadley's Hope. So they're trying to figure it out. And like, alright, so that's one for every colonist. So that must mean there's a lot of these eggs, right? So who's laying the eggs? So, my question is, alright, well, earlier in the movie, she said that, Kane said he saw thousands of eggs. Thousands now, or a bunch of eggs. So she knows that there are thousands of eggs. Now she hears that, oh, there could be over 100 colonists infected. Where are the eggs coming from? Why did she even think to make that, like, or to jump to that conclusion that, oh, something has to be laying these eggs, there must be a queen? When she already knows, like, from secondhand experience, or whatever, like, she knows that there were thousands of eggs. So she just wouldn't, like, think that something must be laying these eggs. So that was just obviously foreshadowing for the end of the movie, but, like, there's just no way she should have thought that, oh, something's laying the eggs. That just is not what she would have come to the conclusion. But again, that's such a minor little nitpick. And again, I wouldn't change a single thing about that movie. I love it to death. Actually, you know what? I would give Bill Paxton a bigger role, just in light of somewhat recent events. Alright, well, I just took a hit after getting health, so that was really pointless. Alright, so how should I do this? Let's see if this works. Nope. Okay. I'm pretty much out of Tempest ammo, and this thing doesn't fucking... Alright, well, that was fun. That was fun too, thanks for not even shooting, Ratchet, you fucking bastard. Oh god, does this hurt? Oh, it will. Oh god, what the fuck? Thanks, game. Thank you, and I'm dead. You know what? I'm done. I'm done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you appreciated me getting extraordinarily pissed off. And you know what? I was... So, as you can see in the top left-hand corner there, yes, my name is Jeff. I saw that I'd done it in recording before, and I was going to edit it out, and I just completely slipped my mind. And then when I was watching the videos to make sure they were good, I saw it, and I was like, fuck! I was waiting for somebody to comment, like, hey, is your name Jeff? But of course, nobody watched that video, so I could have just deleted it, and nobody would have noticed. But, I was gonna do a whole thing with, like, oh, yeah, that's totally my name. Uh-huh, yep, guys, my name is Jeff, and just make you guys think I was just bullshitting and my name was something else, but no, my name is Jeff. Hi. Bye. Have a good day. Whatever. Bye.